Welcome back, everybody, to week 209 of our weekly light codes messages, sacred sound messages. Today in the Omega Chakra, which is to do with our soul's pathway, I saw a masculine and feminine driving in a convertible car. So the convertible car is to do with, it's to do with your journey. That the car is the journey moving forward. So I was looking behind them, but they were driving forward. And the convertible actually means being carefree. So there's this carefree, joyful time coming up. And there was unlocking codes coming through today, helping to unlock you into that joyful space and into the opportunity to be able to come into that carefree side of yourself. I also had a vision of a Christ energy with their hands in prayer position and a very big halo. So the Syrian Christ codes came through and at the same time. And so this is reminding us to tap into that, or to activate, to be ready to activate, meditate, do all that you need to do in order to embody and awaken to your Christ itself. As we unified the masculine and feminine energies in the heart space today, I saw a vision of somebody holding up a very large platter above their head, and on top of the platter was a lion. The lion is symbolic of the Christ energy again, but this is also about this great lion energy that you have. And you're having the strength to hold it up there. So, again, this is about building on your strength because you have this great opportunity to access this great energy of the lion or of the Christ energies. In the base chakra today, I was just looking at my handwriting on what does that say? And I saw a masculine and feminine holding pinkies. Not holding hands, just holding pinkies today. And the pinky, the pinkies are to do with communication. So the way to move forward and, looking at the base chakra as, the place where sometimes we can get a little bit, if our base chakra is, not in complete alignment, maybe you're fearful or angry, or something's not quite right at the level of the base chakra. And the pinkies are to do with communication. So this is, and also make a wish, you know how you do that, make a wish thing. But, really it's about communicating with being sure that you have clear communication between the masculine and the feminine. And this is really important because we can see there's a new journey about to begin with that convertible car. And this journey is meant to be joyful and fun and carefree. But if there's any lack of communication or breakdown in communication, then that can spoil all of that. So wherever there is some kind of breakdown in communication between the masculine and feminine, now is the time to sort it out. It's the first thing that you need to do, sort out that breakdown in communication. And in the solar plexus today, there's very much, there was a mantra, and I want to, I'd like you to do this with me. Placing your hand on your solar plexus and chanting the mantra, Raha, 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 Raha. This is, Ra is the sun. This is the solar aspect of yourself, and Ha is the greatness. This is activating the greatness of your personal power center here, the sun, the shining, the confidence. So placing your hand on the solar plexus and chanting Raha, 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 Raha. This is also going to help you to come into your space of power, so nobody can take your power away. And this possible breakdown in communication between the masculine and feminine, when each can come into their own power and be solid in their own power, protect your own power. You can use this at any time when you need to protect your own power. Raha, 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 so that you can bring forward this joyful space that is coming forward. In the thymus chakra this week, I saw somebody standing on a little boat coming in on the water. So the waters were still, they were standing, you know, so standing is very much about, you know, standing on your own 2 feet and being able to make that journey across the water. So the boat was coming in, and this is the Christ chakra, and suggesting that, yes, you have made the crossing over the bridge at the heart. You've made that crossing. You're coming through now. You're able to stand tall, stand on the boat as you make that crossing coming forward into the Christed self. And in the throat, I saw a serpent. Now, the serpent had come up to the throat, and around his throat, so his head was sticking out of his tail was, you know, was unwound, and there was a big, the rest of his body was still coiled at the level of his throat. So the energy is rising, the Kundalini energy is rising up, clearly up from the base sacral solar plexus heart, coming up to the throat. It's not yet released fully from the throat to be fully unwound up here, but he's coming up to the throat. Okay, so this is a very powerful place to be. This is ready and willing and able to come into your truth, speak your truth. So he's up there, he's come as far as the throat, he's starting to rise. Now is when the voice can be heard, when you use your voice. My voice is powerful and my voice is heard. That's an affirmation for you, by the way. In the brow chakra, what I saw were clouds. Somebody else saw clouds today in the group as well. And I saw these very big puffy clouds, and there was a breakthrough. Now the clouds are symbolizing your thoughts, and it was a very big cloud. So if you have been having heavy thoughts or too many thoughts, and you are heavy with thoughts, there needs to be a breakthrough. And this energy was breaking through the clouds. So there was like, you put too much heaviness up there, breaking through the clouds, this energy breaking through the clouds, and there were some smaller thoughts coming down through here. So allowing the light to come through from source, to make a breakthrough, to get through those blockages that you're allowing. Intend that you are free from thoughts that are, you know, blocking your way, so that you can allow this beautiful blast of light to come through, so that you can have the breakthroughs that are there for you, you know, that are sitting up there, all this great light and power that you have. Allow for the breakthroughs to start to come through. In the crown chakra, I saw this vision of the heavenly bodies, and below the heavenly bodies, that's the only way I can describe it, was heavenly bodies, you know, like biblical scenes, heavenly bodies in the heavens, and underneath it, the sword of truth. So this is, again, you know, from here we have the blockages are happening around the brow, but from the heavenly bodies, the sword of truth is trying to come through. It wants to make that breakthrough. Please meditate and clear yourself. And purchase the light codes, of course, which the links will be below, from my Etsy shop, Soul Awakenings, and so that you can be clear to be able to receive these breakthroughs. In the emotional body, there is a breakthrough coming forward, because I saw two people, a masculine and a feminine, shaking hands. So this is like, you know, an apology or an agreement, but they were shaking hands, so everything's going to be okay, making up the shaking of hands in the emotional body. So if there's been any emotional upset between you with the masculine or the feminine energy, you know, there needs to be this makeup, so there's no breakup. And in the spiritual body today, I saw the mothership. Now, the mothership was, the flying saucer, and she was beaming down lights from underneath her, beaming down light, beaming down energy. The mothership is symbolic of the soul, your soul. So your soul is wanting to direct you in the right direction, wants you to align so that you can see. The mothership is, like I said, is your soul, and is your compass, if you like. So if you've lost touch with the mothership, because maybe you've been angry, you've been sad, or grieving, or any other concept that is anything other than pure love, or you've been fearful, then you will have lost a little bit of direction. So it's like, come back in alignment with your soul so that you can receive the energies and the light from the mothership, so that you're in touch with your inner compass and you are able to tap into that true inner wisdom. And the next vision that I had was of the High Priestess. And this is exactly what she is also asking us. She's here to help you see into the depths of your soul. And she wants you to follow that and get in touch with your intuition. And so you can follow your inner compass. So she wants you to be in touch with your intuition. So very interesting session today, all about finding your inner compass, being fully tuning in to being able to receive the guidance of your soul, the mothership, whatever you want to call it, to be there to receive that energy. This is really actually very powerful, because if you're ready to be receiving that energy, it's going to burst you even higher and higher. Very powerful time. And I've done the cards, so let's have a look what they say, because I was almost about to say see you later, but it's not time for that. And the first card number 45, which becomes a 9. Somebody else was talking about 9s in the group today. And the message is speak up. So speak up, but remember that you must communicate the voice of love. This person, has a flame. Now you can see this however you want. Maybe this is one aspect of your flame, or maybe this is an angry voice. Make sure you don't bring the anger through. Make sure you have this alignment. Allow for alignment to align with your soul and communicate with love. There's the rose. Communicate with love and compassion, which is what the 45 energy is, very much the Buddha energy, loving compassion, communicating with loving compassion, the compassionate Buddha. Be the compassionate Buddha. The only flame you want to be, or fire you want to be igniting, is igniting the flame of loving compassion when you are communicating with other people, because it seems that maybe there's been some miscommunications going on. And the second card kind of confirms that. It's a 5 of fire. And it is competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. So again, if there has been some conflict coming up for you, either within yourself or with others, look at that conflict, not in a blame way, but look at that conflict in what can I learn from this about myself, how to come back into that compassionate Buddha and communicating in a compassionate way. Did you jump too quickly? Did you allow your ego to take over? So, looking at that on owning your part in that, because if you're coming from a conflicted space, and this is in the sacral chakra, by the way, so it is to do with relationships. So taking a look at that one. And in the solar plexus, there's a softening energy here with the moon. And this is about getting in touch with your intuition. So in the solar plexus, if there's too much anger and anxiety and all of that, imbalance in your personal power center, then you're not going to be able to be fully in touch with your intuition. So you now need to allow that softening energy. I think we talked about this somewhere earlier. Raha, Raha, Raha. Be in your right power. Be in your right power. Be the sun and allow that there. And then you really can come in touch with your intuition. And in the heart today is card number 3. Again, this should be joy, not anxiety. And the card says sadness and isolation. So if you've been feeling sad or isolated or lonely or whatever, recognize that this is your ticket to enlightenment or to a more enlightened state, a more awakened space, as he comes out of this lonely and isolated space into a more full, more enlightened, more awakened, more filled with light person. So again, looking at where you are at and acknowledging, I feel sad, I feel isolated. How can this be the seed for me to awaken into my fullness? So looking at that and how you can do that. And in the throat chakra, the card of strength. Now you have the strength, you have the infinity symbol above the head there. So this is the gateway into the infinite. Be strong. Do that aligning in the solar plexus, Raha, 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 so you can access this beautiful yellow joy. And be strong in your intuition. Be strong. You are strong. Align with your soul. Get back in touch with your inner compass so that you can access and make friends with the other part of you, the part of you that you may be in conflict with. Make friends with that. This is also the lion, by the way. Remember, you are the lion. Be friends with the lion part of yourself. Be friends with that. And in the brow chakra today, Anubis, opener of the way. If you can look at, the conflict that has arisen within yourself or the triggers that have activated your ego to act out in the ways of conflict, because it certainly seems like there may be a bit of conflict going on. Know that this is actually a gift that will open the door to the way, to a better way. How can you use this experience to open the door to a better way? That's what you can ask yourself. And this is in the brow chakra. So this is about responsibility, taking responsibility. And how can I use this conflict to learn about myself, to find a better way and become the compassionate Buddha and operate from a place of, speak from a place of compassion, love and compassion. And in the crown chakra, purification, white Tara. So purify, purify, purify. Allow yourself to, you can even use that mantra, Raha, 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 to help you purify. Or you can use Eshtamana, which will purify your mind, Eshtamana, or just Eshta, 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 which is purity. Or you can use one of the other mantras. By the way, I'll be putting a book out on these power mantras sometime this year. And this is a hard one. So you might want to pause and write it down in a way that you can get the pronunciation right. And it is Hundarami Nahayata Ekoyana. Hundarami Nahayata Ekoyana. And that is a purification mantra. Purify yourself, purify yourself, purify yourself. Hundarami Nahayata Ekoyana. And Omega, she wants us to meditate, become the Buddha, learn how to operate from a place of loving compassion, be the Buddha, welcome your enlightenment. We are in a time where you can use every supposed negativity, like the conflict within, whatever it is, as a key to open the door to your own and more enlightened state, okay? More enlightened state. And the direction is to become crystal clear, crystal clear. You will then be able to have full access to your intuition. You'll be in alignment with your soul. You will be the crystalline energy. Remember, the energy is still moving up. It's up to the throat now, and it's still got to come through. So you need to purify so you can allow the pathway to be really clear, to come in touch with the magic of yourself, to work with crystals if you work with crystals, place them around, remember to purify them, put them under the moon, under the sun, all the things that you know what to do with crystals. But this is about you becoming crystal clear with who you are. Be crystal clear about using the gift of the conflict that was given as an opportunity, given to you as an opportunity to open the way to a better way. So that's it for today, and I will see you next week for week number 210. And the light codes will be available at www.etsy.com//shop/soul awakenings. And I will try to remember to put the link in the comments below. I'd love it if you could give me some feedback. I really love it if you can open up and say something on the comments, because that's what gets the videos seen by other people, you know, giving a thumbs up, putting a comment in the comment box on YouTube, and that's what actually gets the videos seen by more people, helps to build up the algorithms. I don't have a very big following, but these messages are really important, and in particular, the light codes that go with them are very, very important. So I really appreciate it if you can help to get them out there. So that's it for me. See you next week. I look forward to it. Happy week, everybody.